Alright. Welcome to the Indie Corner After Dark, where we're not only talking about all things independent comics, but everything comics. I'm Mikey.
I'm Madeline.
And today, people, we're back again with another episode of the Indie Corner for you. We're talking about this is episode 47, so we're almost at 50.
Wow, almost 50. That's crazy.
Almost 50 is
That's
wild.
crazy. I can't believe it.
Yeah, no. So we'll maybe do something a little special for the 50th episode, just to celebrate that milestone.
Oh, are you? Do you have plans? Do you have
No,
ideas?
I have a concept of a plan.
Okay.
No, we'll do something.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, so people haven't noticed on the title of the thumbnail in episode 47, and we're going to be doing a little review for Wonder Man, the latest Disney Plus MCU show that came out like almost 2 weeks ago now. Like it's been like almost 2 weeks.
I think so.
And yeah, I'm excited. And Madeline, welcome back. We've missed you.
Hi. Yeah, it's been a long time. I haven't done this whole thing in a long time.
I know. It's you take a little break, but it's I understand why, but it's happy to have you again as always.
Yeah, I'm excited to be back. I'm so excited to be talking about this fucking guy.
Yeah, right. Aren't you excited to talk about Wonder Man?
Dude.
Things to talk about on this channel.
Yeah, dude, I'm so excited to talk about Wonder Man. I really am. I really kind of am. I mean, I guess I imagine you're gonna ask me at some point about my connection to Wonder Man. I'm just gonna real quick. Yeah. I've been very vocal for a very long time about this character. It's not a secret. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like Simon Williams. I don't like Wonder Man. I hate this guy.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to talk about the show with you.
Of course. But okay. But first things first, though.
First things first.
People who found us, who've been with us for a while, we appreciate it. Of course, people who are finding us, please do us a favor and like and subscribe, please, because a lot of hard work and effort into the videos and the content that we make, and it would mean the world to us if you subscribed, liked the video, shared it around with your homies, leave a comment. That'd be wonderful.
It means the world to me personally. Smash that bell. You just the bell in there. You smash, right? You gotta smash that bell. Do that. Do all love, support Mikey. He works so hard to bring you the stuff that he brings you.
I know. I do. So it'd be great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Maddie, you're kind of right. I was gonna ask you what your connection to Wonder Man is, but you already explained it, so you're fine. That you hate the character with a passion.
I really do.
Which is fair enough. Me, I kind of explained my thoughts on the character in the reaction that I dropped like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I don't really care for Wonder Man as a character in the comics. The only memory I've ever had of him, the earliest memory I've ever had of him, I had some like Marvel comics from the 80s, and they had some Wonder Man backups in them, so that's why I knew who Wonder Man was. But then I remember watching the Avengers United They Stand cartoon from like back in the day, where Wonder Man was in it, and like he was a character. You remember that, Maddie?
No, I don't know what cartoon you're talking about.
Oh my gosh, really?
United We Stand? No, I don't know it.
Oh my gosh, it was like this really bad Marvel cartoon that came out like in the 2000s, like the late 90s, early 2000s, and it had Captain America, Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, Wonder Man, Vision, and they did the whole triangle between Wonder Man and Vision and Scarlet Witch in there. It's not a good cartoon.
Is it West Coast Avengers cartoon?
I guess if I can find an image of it, I'll share it. But that was an early memory I had of Wonder Man, and then I remember they did a version of Wonder Man in the Avengers of Mightiest Heroes cartoon. I thought that was really good. I don't know if you remember that, Maddie. Wonder Man. So Wonder Man was a character I knew of in the comics. I knew of from the comics briefly, and also the animated adaptations he's been in. I have never really read the character like in full. Didn't really care for much of the character. So when the show was coming out, I did not really care for it as much. Even though I'm a big fan of Yahya Abdul Mateen II, the actor playing Simon. I mean, I'm a huge fan of him as an actor. And also Sir Ben, obviously, he's a legend. So,
Obviously. Obviously.
Yeah. I was and after we did that, after I reacted to that trailer, I was like, you know what? I might give this a gander. So yeah. So that's my history of the Wonder Man. I
hate this guy. I hate Simon Williams. He's such an insufferable loser. He every time he shows up in a Marvel book I'm reading, he brings it down. He brings down my mood. He brings down the whole atmosphere. I hate it. I hate this guy.
Yeah. Well,
so I did to a certain extent bring that energy into the show. I'll be honest. I did kind of bring the energy into the show.
Yeah. The bar was low. It was low. Rebecca, shout out to Rebecca when she's watching. She said, "Yeah, they buried the Avengers United Stand show for a reason. You're not missing anything."
That must be. Yeah.
I'm gonna share an image because I just found it real quick. But yeah, this was the Avengers United They Stand cartoon. So it was Wonder Man, Scarlet Witch, Hawkeye, Vision, Falcon, and Tigra. That was also my introduction to Tigra as well. So
and Janet.
Yeah, and Janet. Yeah, Janet. I think Hank is in there too somewhere.
I don't see him. So it really is a West Coast Avengers cartoon.
Pretty much.
That's so funny. No, I've never heard of this. I don't know how I've never heard of this. I
used to watch it on a channel called JetX back in the day. It was like the late night run of like Toon Disney, pretty much.
Yeah.
So like that was the only time I ever watched the show. It's not great.
Well, Wonder Man's in it. How good can it possibly be?
I know, right? Because Wonder Man's in it. Why? How could it not be amazing? But yeah, so we'll get right into it. But
sure.
Maddie, I wanted to add before we go into our overall thoughts of the show, right? Our non-spoiler thoughts. Did you know that Wonder Man? There was supposed to be another actor originally set to play one. Well, unofficially was supposed to be Wonder Man. Did you know about that? Like during, I'll say like phase 2 of Marvel of the MCU.
I know at one point they're talking about Nathan Fillion playing Wonder Man.
Yeah,
I think he might have been on a poster in Guardians 2. Is that
right?
Yeah,
you're exactly right. So I want to mention that real quick first before we start. But the Wonder Man that could have been. So during Guardians Volume 2, I believe, James Gunn originally wanted Nathan Fillion, not actually him appear in the actual movie, but as like a little Easter egg, of him being like him as Simon Williams and establishing him as like already well-renowned actor. Like he made several movie posters for the character. And I found some of them. I'm actually gonna share.
Really?
Yeah. There's literally a Reddit post. This is about all the posters and stuff that they could find. So yeah, here's some of the posters for Nathan Fillion as Simon Williams, and it's like it's like
what?
I know, it's so cool. It's like him as in a rom-com. Him kind of, I'm assuming, kind of like a
it's like a biopic. Is that like a Steve Jobs type?
Yeah, it's a Steve Jobs like biopic style, but for Tony Stark. So yeah, man, it's like I'm not like discouraging what we got, but what we actually got. But like I think it's kind of funny in another universe that Simon Williams or Nathan Fillion could have been our Wonder Man.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah, that could have been something. Could have been charming.
Yeah, it could have been charming.
Sure.
But yeah, so I just wanted to just say that little fun fact. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So let's go into our overall thoughts, Maddie. So give us your non-spoilery thoughts on Wonder Man as a whole.
I kind of love it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a really fun show. I enjoyed it more than a lot of the MCU TV shows. It has a lot of personality.
Mm-hmm.
just kind of every aspect of the production. Simon Williams still sucks. He's still Simon. Listen, the performance is great. The performance is incredible. But Simon as a character is still just insufferable. He sucks so hard, but he's fun to watch, and that's kind of what matters. I really enjoyed it.
For me, I loved this show. I'm gonna just say this immediately. I loved this show. I think this might be one of my favorite, like, Marvel, like, out of all, like, the entire Disney Plus. So I think this might be one of my favorite ones.
I thought it was big.
Yeah, mostly just because it is. It doesn't feel like a Marvel show at all. It's because it's very. It also mentions it in the review. It's very inspired by, like, the mockumentary, satire, like, Hollywood shows that we've been getting. Like, I don't know if you know about The Studio from Seth Rogen.
I know of it. I haven't watched it, but I know.
I haven't watched it myself either. But it just won. It just won a Golden Globe. So, like, it's a very well renowned.
Good job, Seth.
Yeah. Drop it. We also have a soundboard now. So drop it. Who's going for Seth Rogen? Yeah. But that's one of the one things they give us for free.
I love it.
But yeah. So I love how, like, so going into it, and I remember Seamus made a good point one time when we talked about the Wonder Man show. We weren't sure if Disney, like Marvel, being an extension of Disney, would be able to necessarily, like, accurately portray some of the commentary that comes with Hollywood, because they are sometimes involved in some of the issues with Hollywood. Not sometimes, most of the time. So we don't know. We didn't think it would come off like very genuine.
I mean, sure, and that's a valid concern. I think that it has been shown enough times that Hollywood is capable. And it's Hollywood, and it feels great. Well, I'm gonna go with that. Mm-hmm. It's capable of poking fun of itself.
Yeah.
As long as it's productive, as long as it makes them money, they can poke some fun of themselves. I don't think that's too much of a concern that Disney would be too self-serious to really take the commentary.
Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah.
But I digress. I was shocked. They actually, like, did a good job of actually, like, portraying how Hollywood is, the nature of a struggling actor in Hollywood. Especially in terms of, the hoops and ladders they have to go through to, like, get a job to make a living. That was really great. Thought the performances overall were really good. I thought the emotional beats really strong, and that pretty much goes with the performances. Like, we'll get into the characters and stuff, but I thought Yahya and Sir Ben have really good chemistry together on screen.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah. They're kind of the only characters in the show, but they're good characters. So
yeah, and obviously this is under the, like, Marvel Spotlight banner.
Whatever that means. What does that mean? I don't know. What that means.
I don't really know. I just assumed it's, like, pretty much any. Like, I consider, because, like, the last time they used the Marvel Spotlight banner was for Echo, the Echo show that came out, like, 2 years ago.
And by the way, I thought this show's also great. I love Echo.
Listen. All right, so
really?
I thought the first half of Echo was great. The second half, not so much. I thought that second half was pretty bad.
Okay.
But I mean, we can talk about that off camera. But I consider them, like, from what I think they're going with it, it's like, okay, here, like, Marvel Spotlights are stories that are in the Marvel universe, but not, like, fully connected to, like, all the other stuff that's going around, in the timeline. So, like, because that's what this felt to me, was that, like, this is a small, like, self-contained story that just so happens to be in a world of superheroes. Even though we don't see these, like, crazy stuff going on in the world, but there's still remnants of it that remind you that stuff still exists. So, like,
is Werewolf by Night also a Spotlight?
No, it was a Marvel special presentation. So like.
So okay, I thought they're a different thing. Okay, sure.
Yeah, it's honestly yes. I would consider that a spotlight because again,
it feels like it.
Self-contained, but still in the world. You know.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, so I love that it did that because like again, that's what I kind of want from like some of these shows for like a good amount of these shows that are like smaller characters. Like make it self-contained. Make it self-contained, but with like references here or there that remind you it's a part of a greater universe, you know. So
yeah.
So, but yeah, I really loved this. Like, and the show's funny too. There's a lot of great stuff about this show. In terms of the stuff they nailed, the emotional beats, the comedic beats. The fact that it feels grounded, it feels real. I loved it. So. Yeah. Anything else you want to say, Maddie, before we move on to the spoiler section?
No, I think it's worth the watch. I think it's really short. It's how many episodes is it? Is it 8 episodes?
It's 8 episodes, and they're only like 35 to like 40 minutes long. So you breeze through it. It's
relatively short. I think it's if you're on the fence about watching it, you should watch it.
Yeah. And it's like I was surprised they went that way because they dropped all the episodes at once, so you could just binge it. Like,
I did.
Which I did too. I binged it like a day or two. But it's weird because like I remember like because they usually do like they'll drop an episode a week. They'll do the weekly route. I remember Ironheart they dropped like they did a period of 3 weeks. So they dropped 3 episodes each week for 3 weeks. So yeah, I thought like for the nature of this show and how self-contained and and different it was in terms of tone and what they were going for, I thought it worked. So yeah. Also wanted to mention that this show was created by Destin Daniel Cretton and Andrew Guest. People that don't know the name, Destin Daniel Cretton, he was the director of Shang-Chi and is going to be and is currently directing Spider-Man Brand New Day right now. So he's great because I love Shang-Chi. I was very and so when I saw his name attached to this, like while I was watching, I was like, okay, this does make sense why. like why it's good. So here we go. Rebecca was saying someone else said respectfully, no one was going to watch 8 weeks straight for Wonder Man.
No.
Yeah. And this thing on a weird marketing campaign, like it was like barely any marketing for this show, but there were like little snippets of like Ben Kingsley, Sir Ben, and Yahya. They would like do interviews like as the characters and stuff like that to make it have like a kind of like a meta approach. Yeah,
that's fun. I didn't know that. I didn't see any of that.
Yeah, it popped up a little bit on my feeds, and like I kind of had to find it. Unfortunately, they didn't really market the show at all, which I think it's to its detriment. I remember like when Fantastic Four First Steps came out, which Maddie, I assume you loved the movie because
it's the Sue Storm movie. It's the Sue Storm movie. It's amazing. I love it.
But they had Yahya on the red carpet, on the blue carpet for Fantastic Four, and he did an interview like he was in character. He did it as Simon Williams.
That's fun. That's fun. I like that.
So yeah, it was really cool. But all right, yeah. So we'll just go into spoiler territory. So for people that haven't watched the show yet, please, if you haven't, just leave, get out.
Or don't. You can stay.
Or don't if you want. If you're not worried about spoilers, but
spoilers. That's fine.
We're gonna go to the spoilers in 3, 2, 1. All right, spoiler territory. See, Maddie, you've been last time you were here. We had a budget, and now we have to result to using free StreamYard because of their bullshit, and I can't use any of the videos. Like I can't use my spoiler like flash warning graphic anymore. It sucks. I hate it so much.
I'm so sorry. Budget cuts.
It's okay. But yeah. So we're
tariffs,
going to
Mikey, you gotta pay all your tariffs.
Yeah, right. I know. Oh, damn tariffs. But yeah. So we'll go into spoiler territory right now. We'll go into real quick just the character breakdown. Not much because again, there's only two
There's
really
two characters in the whole show. There's only two characters in the whole show.
Yeah, so it'll be breeze. It'll be a breeze. But yeah. So the first character we'll be talking about is none other than the star, the star of the show, Simon Williams, aka Wonder Man, played by Yahya Abdul Mateen II. I'll start off just by saying again, huge fan of Yahya Abdul Mateen II. Ever since the show that got down on Netflix, I've been a fan of his. Love him as Black Manta in Aquaman. I thought he was great.
Sure.
Even add more so, loved him in Candyman, the Candyman remake that they did in 2020, a couple years ago. I love that movie so much. So seeing him cast as Wonder Man, I was like, like, what are they doing here, casting this man as Wonder Man? But I was intrigued because I know I know what he's capable of as an actor, and I thought he did a phenomenal job. I really, again, they're playing with the meta satire of what it's like being a struggling actor in Hollywood. I feel like they nailed that. I agree with you, Maddie. Not the best person.
No. He's so funny. He's so funny because, but it's because Simon is just such. He's kind of what's the best way to put this? He's such a douche. Like he's so far up his own ass. He's so pretentious about his craft and maybe he's got some points. Maybe he definitely has some points. But for the most part, Simon is just kind of an insufferable person to be around. But he's really fun to watch. And Yana's performance is incredible. It really is. He I think he makes the character worth watching.
And it's kind of crazy because just to show how much of work he put into this role, he pretty much had to play Simon, who eventually has to play Wonder Man, because the way Yahya is in real life, I don't know if you've seen him in interviews, he's not this way at all. So I
would hope not.
Yeah, I would hope not. Yeah.
But
even from his mannerisms, the way he talks, it's completely it's slightly different. So that was an interesting thing about it with the role. But I think it's you say he's a douche, but he's a douche with layers. Yeah, he has layers.
He's compelling. I agree.
Yeah, he's very compelling because he is insufferable to be around because he's very in his own head. He's that actor that likes to overthink roles all the time. Puts a bunch of notes. Tries to put a ton of unnecessary commentary into into his role to where it kind of makes him lose jobs, makes him difficult to work with.
He seems so hard to work with.
Yeah, so because they literally, I love that the first episode they do, he's on the set of American Horror Story, and he gets so overbearing to where Ryan Murphy, the showrunner, the real life showrunner, has to call him, has to write him off the show. Yeah,
he gets fired. He's fired from American Horror Story. It's kind of great.
Yeah, but it's very interesting when you actually get to know more about Simon, because also in the beginning of the show, his girlfriend Vivian, who's played by Olivia Thirlby, who I'm a big fan of. She was Judge Anderson in the Dread movie. She was Hero Brown in the Why the Last Man show that had one season and they canceled, unfortunately. But she breaks up with him off rip, and mentions how closed off he is and how he never really lets her in. And so so the way he maneuvers the world, which is due to trauma he's experienced in his childhood and his upbringing, that he feels very isolated and alone, which is until Trevor comes into his life, and we'll talk about the wonderful Trevor Slattery.
Wonderful Trevor Slattery.
But yeah, I love this ride, and I kind of ended up relating to him a lot in many ways. For instance, when first off, real quick, I love the fact that they treat Wonder Man in the MCU as an actual film character, 80s character who's getting a revival in modern day. How do you feel about that? That little we got the 80s Wonder Man movie, because he wears one of the costumes that Simon wears in the comics.
I love it. It's so fun. It's really fun.
Yeah,
it's cute. It's little and cute. It's fun.
And but I really what I really relate to him most, especially, is like, because they changed his character. Obviously, because Simon's black in this in this show, but they give him a Haitian. Yeah, it's crazy, right? You don't see it right.
I didn't notice. Oh my god, it's totally different. That's right. He's white in the comics. Yeah, and then in this, he's not. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right.
Real quick, we got another comment here. As I said, Travis Miller says, "How's it going, guys? We're doing well. We're doing all right. We're just talking Wonder Man. No, I mean,
Wonder Man. He's black in this one.
He's black in this one. But yeah, they give him a Haitian background.
Yeah, right.
Which I thought was really cool, and I because I love episode 3 so much when he goes to see his family, because I've been in so many, because people of my background, I'm East African. My parents are East African immigrants, so like I have gone through what Simon's gone through in terms of him going through, going to a career path that isn't the traditional career path that a lot of immigrant families expect their kids to be in. Right. So I've been through various awkward moments with a bunch of aunties and uncles trying to explain what I'm doing, or all that stuff, and then they just don't get it. They say, "Okay, when are you gonna need a real job?" Blah blah. You know that moment with his cousins, where his cousins are like, they're asking, what's your schedule like? And then he explains to them, they don't take it seriously. They start talking shit in their language, and he's like, I can understand you, right? I've had so many conversations with fucking relatives, like cousins, a lot of it, where it's like, I explain shit, they start talking shit in our language, not knowing that I can understand everything they're saying.
Yeah, right.
It's just like, bruh. But it's one of those, also like that moment where I love the scene with his mom, where his mom talks to Trevor about how Simon always has felt lonely as a kid and all that stuff, and they visually portray that in that shot where they're doing the happy birthday thing to his mom, and you see everyone else is happy and Simon's in the back, just he's just down, and just because so I that hit for me. I was like, damn, this is me. I've been in that scenario before, many times throughout my life. So it's damn, this hit, man. This hit hard.
I think he's a very sympathetic character in general. I'm very harsh on him. Like I said, I think he'd be hard to hang out with. But I think he's also very sympathetic. I do think so.
Absolutely. What Rebecca was saying, I really thought for a second Mikey was gonna say some background on me. I'm actually black. Yeah. I mean, obviously, Rebecca, you're not blind. You can obviously tell. But yeah, that would have been crazy if I said that shit. But he's a very sympathetic character.
Yeah.
I thought Yahya did a great job. Especially when you see him with Trevor, and Trevor. I think the thing is they do Trevor and Simon together are those outcasts, are those considered losers in society that are constantly reminded of their failures, but because they believe in one another, they end up trying to fulfill their dreams, and it's very kind of very inspiring, in a sense, because obviously you're an aspiring writer, I'm a aspiring artist, so we can when you're going the creative path, you're very susceptible to self-doubt, self-worth, imposter syndrome's an issue, and it's kind of it could be a very hard path to go down to for creatives. So it's just the fact that they kind of portrayed that very accurately, but but also showcasing the hope when it comes to trying to pursue your dreams and you put in the work. I thought was great.
I agree. I completely agree.
Travis was saying here some Matrix nods. Both Joe Pantoliano and Yahya were in the Matrix films, and that was hilarious. I was like, man, you got, even though, listen, I try to forget Matrix Resurrection straight up because I don't like that movie, but he was in that movie.
That's so funny. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I like that. I love that.
Yeah, Joe being in the original, Yahya in the reboot no one liked. Justice Simon is doing a reboot to a classic. Yeah, it's again, this show, it can be very meta sometimes. I really appreciated it. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out other stuff to say, but like I loved it. I loved his performance a lot. How do you think? How do you feel when you saw him in the suit for the first time, like the suit? I thought it looked great.
This one here, the one you have on the right.
Yeah.
With the glasses. No, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. Because like I didn't think that, like, well, granted from the 80s, like movie version of the character, I didn't think they'd go like all the way with it, but like no, they did.
No. So I didn't think so either, but no, it looks great. He looks great. He looks like, I mean, listen, he looks like Wonder Man. He looks like Wonder Man, so he looks great. Sure.
Absolutely. So I think I mean, if I say anything else, I'll mention it. But yeah, overall, I love Simon, and I love Simon in this. Very not a perfect character. It doesn't need to be.
That's what makes him compelling. That what makes him interesting.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's why he's worth watching.
Yeah. Oh! I gotta just mention real quick the powers. Oh, the powers look cool.
Yes.
But the thing is, it's kind of funny because that's the one thing that I remember. I feel like people will try to hate on the show for is like, oh, where's the action? Where's the Marvel action? Where's the roller coaster stuff?
It's not about that. It's not
about that in the show. Which I think if they did that in the show, I wouldn't really liked it that as much. They use the powers in the show for a purpose, for like a character purpose in this, because his powers are tied to his emotions.
Yeah.
So he gets, there's moments where he literally crashes out a lot. So like it's like
Speaking of which, I don't know if now's the time. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't interrupt you. Finish your thought first.
No, sorry. But I was just saying that so I like how the powers in here actually serve like an actual like narrative purpose other than just just being something cool to show off.
Yeah. So speaking of his powers, real quick, I don't know if now's necessarily the time you want to get into this, but so one thing I don't love that this show did, the fake out. You know the fake out.
Yeah.
When he punches that guy, when he came to my skull in, and then it didn't happen, and then it was a dream sequence. I thought that was so ballsy that the show went there, and then it was no, he didn't actually do that. It was all in his head.
You wanted him to commit actual murder.
I mean, I didn't necessarily want him to do that, but they showed it. They did it. They went there. I wish they would have committed to it. I wish they didn't show me that and then go, nah, never mind. No, he didn't do that. But what if though? Wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't that be wild? It would be. It would be. Cowards do it.
I actually sat there and I was like, oh my fucking God.
No, for a second I was like, oh my God, he just put his fist to the guy's face. Like, that was crazy. But then no, it was nothing. So like, I kind of, who gives a fuck? It was nothing.
But also like the fact that they had to keep him a secret, which serves the story. And I like how they use that excuse to show off that they couldn't show his powers as much, because in reality, doing his powers would actually be like very expensive. So
I mean, right. No, I like that. I like that angle on him. It was very X-Men.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we'll move on to the next character.
The only other character in the show.
Yeah, the only other character in the show. Which is Trevor Slattery, played by Sir Ben Kingsley. I also put Slash the Mandarin because he is the Mandarin after all.
Yeah.
But man, I just think it's great that just Trevor is being treated like a B tier character in the MCU. Like
I can't believe he's back again. He's back again for like the second time. It's wild.
Yeah, because last time we saw him was in Shang-Chi as a surprise, and I was like, that was, and I loved him in Shang-Chi. So,
speaking of which, I was watching this with Lee, and he kept asking, where is that creature thing that Trevor had with him? I don't remember. I haven't seen Shang-Chi in a long time. But I
haven't seen it in a minute either.
Did he end the movie with the creature? You know that little creature?
Yeah, little winged creature with no face.
Yeah. Did he end the movie hanging out with that guy, or did it go home?
I don't remember, honestly.
It's not in the show. It's not referenced at all.
Yeah, so I'll say it's probably safe to say that the creature just just like stayed in the realm it was in Shang-Chi. Yeah, because like I haven't watched it in a minute, but I forgot about it until you mentioned it.
Yeah, the whole time he was like, "When is this creature gonna show up?" I was like, "I don't remember. I don't remember the creature."
Real quick, Travis Mitchell again saying, speaking on his powers, they bear a lot of visual similarity to the Power Stone from Guardians, the glowing, swirling purple cloud, and destruction. Yeah, I would say they look similar. I don't know if there's a connection because we don't really know where Simon's powers come from. They don't explain it. They don't give an explanation of where it comes from.
No, he's a mutant. Maybe he's a mutant.
Maybe
he's a mutant.
I don't know if I like that, but like it's. We'll probably talk about it when we get to theories and stuff. And he reminds me that Morris was the creature. Morris.
Oh, okay, Morris. Is Morris dead?
Morris even said like he died off screen, I guess.
Travis Mitchell. Is Morris dead, or is Travis Mitchell? Do you know where Morris is? Travis, fact check for us.
Yeah, fact check it, please. But yeah, Trevor Slattery.
Yeah,
great. So much fun. I'm so used to seeing Ben Kingsley in like serious roles. So like seeing him to do more comedic stuff, I just love. But again, very, very, very compelling and also like layered. Like again, he like the buffoonery of Trevor Slattery is just the front, but like he's a very layered, complex character when it comes to because he's kind of treated in a way as kind of like the washed up, like loser, washed up actor trying to make a comeback for himself.
He's kind of who Simon could end up being in 20 years. I'm gonna say 20 years. I don't know how much older he's supposed to be, so I'm gonna say 20, 30 years. Like Trevor is who Simon could be, and Trevor clearly sees a lot of himself in Simon as well. Like pretty explicitly, I'm pretty sure Trevor basically looks at the camera and says, "Oh, I see myself in this young actor." And I think their dynamic is really fun. I love their relationship.
Yeah, like the mentee mentor turn like friendship. I think that was so good.
I agree.
I love the scene where they meet, where they go see Midnight Cowboy, and then they end up doing Midnight Cowboy the entire movie, the entire show.
It's really cute. Yeah,
I love that scene where they first meet in the theater, and they talk and all that stuff, and they watch the movie, and they're sitting down and just like in awe of what they're seeing, and it's like a nice little like reminder of like why I and a lot of people, like you yourself, love movies, love films, like that magic. I just thought that was great, and also just Trevor's how Trevor interprets acting in Hollywood. Like I love that scene where he's with Joe Pantoliano, which I loved seeing Joe Pantoliano.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny. But when like Joe is saying how he's giving Simon advice, saying, "Oh, acting is just a job. It's all about making money and getting paid." But no, Trevor's like, "No, acting is a calling. Like it's something that that you feel like you need to do. That." I thought that was amazing, and it's true. Like it's a very real thing that actors believe in Hollywood and all that stuff. I thought that was wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, like any other art form, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not an actor. I have no interest in acting, but that's I don't know, something I can relate to.
Yeah, and it's like, and me personally, I think anyone that creates, whether you're acting, making music, writing, drawing, painting, whatever, anything creative, I personally don't think that if you're just in it for the money, it's not going to work out for you.
No, of course not. I agree.
Like you have to have a passion for pursuing the arts. Like that just full stop. If you're just thinking about, I just want to like do this just to be rich and famous, you're most likely not going to be rich and famous. It doesn't. The universe don't work that way. Travis was saying that he fact-checked that Morris was playing dead with Trevor during the battle. Yeah, I remember that. But that creature came from Talo, the pocket dimension they go to which is why Morris can guide them there. My guess is he stayed home after. Yeah, so
okay,
yeah,
that must.
They don't really.
Thank you, Travis.
Thank you, Travis. Appreciate you. Yeah. So, but I thought that seeing the chemistry, the friendship that they've built in the whole series, that moment where Trevor betrays or reveals that he's been betraying Simon the whole time because he's been working undercover with damage control, which I kind of forget that like damage control is being considered like the shield of the MCU now.
It's
like,
so funny. It's so funny. Damage control. Damage control's a joke. Damage control's a joke. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Because last time I remember we saw, because the agent who we'll talk about next in like the Millennius character side, but like he was in last time I saw him wasn't She-Hulk. He wasn't She-Hulk, and they because they showed off the Department of Damage Control in She-Hulk when Jen went to go see Abomination. Like that's where Abomination was killed was in Department of Damage Control. So the fact that they acknowledge it here with Trevor's arc in this, I thought that was kind of funny. But you're right. Damage control is a joke. It's such a joke. What's it called? Travis saying, I imagine a flying furry rotisserie butt chicken probably can't survive in the real world as well as it can in this magic dimension. Yeah, probably. But yeah, so when he betrays him, I thought that was, you really felt that, like you felt the hurt, and obviously with Simon obviously like leveling his whole set, which that was an amazing moment where he like unleashes his powers and like just destroys the set. That was a great moment there.
I so agree. Yeah.
But the fact that because my favorite, I would assume most of our favorite moments, our favorite moment in the show was when Trevor decides, in order to, because Simon leveled this set and the Department of Damage Control now has a reason to go after him, he decides to become the Mandarin again to take the blame on himself so that they could arrest him instead of Simon. I thought it was an amazing moment.
It was really good. Yeah.
Like, because I loved Sir Ben as Trevor, obviously, but I loved him as the Mandarin in Iron Man 3. So like when we saw Simon turn on the news and then we see the 10 rings symbol, and you just hear him say, I have another lesson for you. And I was like, holy shit, yes! Like, let's go. And then he stuck with it when he even got arrested. He was like, hey, that Trevor Slattery was a front, that he was the man, that he's been the Mandarin the whole time. That was amazing.
It was great. It was amazing. It was payoff for this entire show. This whole show had the whole joke with the Mandarin and how it impacted Trevor's life. Yeah. And the whole thing, like, so the payoff for the show was fantastic, but it also kind of felt like payoff for like the past 10 years, like it kind of felt like payoff for Trevor Slattery as a character, which is weird considering he's been in 3 things or 4 things and like he's had a weird path. I think it's fair to say Trevor Slattery has a weird path in the MCU. And this felt like a really great. I don't know. It was a great moment. It was a fantastic.
Exactly.
It was culminating.
Exactly, and I thought that was great. That was a great moment, and we'll talk about the finale. But yeah, overall, I thought Trevor was great in the show, man. And they're just like they're like literally like. They're like Beavis and Butthead. They're like that duo. They're just going like an adventure throughout the various of like miscellaneous adventures throughout the course of the show. And I loved it. Like when they go to chase after the guy with the camera that recorded Simon. Yeah, that was such a great episode. To the point where like it escalates to the point where they have where they're at like at some candy maker's house about to get like raided by the cops and these gangsters. I was like, so funny.
It was a good episode.
Yeah, so so that was great. You have anything else to say before we move on to the next slide?
No, I don't.
Well, Travis saying like, I love how he throws around, you'll never see me coming like Beavis with the gray cornhole. Yes, yo, like saying like you'll never see me coming is like that is the thing that Trevor Slattery does.
It's iconic. It's iconic. It's so iconic.
It made me think of the All Hail the King. Remember the All Hail the King, like that little like Marvel short they did where like it was Trevor Slattery in prison.
Yeah.
And they ask him to do the thing in prison and they all freak out. I think it's yes. So yeah, it's iconic. So you always have to reference it. All right, so moving on to the next slide. Again, these are just like again, not really like the remaining like characters I just wanted to highlight just briefly, but
yeah, of course.
Janelle, Agent P. Cleary, and Von Kovac, played by ex Mayo, Arian Moayed, and Zlatko Burek. Just quickly to say, I thought ex Mayo, I thought Janelle, even though she was brief as Trevor and Simon's agent, I thought she did a great job.
I love her. I love her so much. I love how done with Simon she is.
Yeah.
So she spends the whole show like, Simon, hey Simon, get your shit together. Simon, get your shit together. It's like, what are you doing? And she's exasperated the whole time. She's so funny. I love her. She's actually my favorite character. She's so.
Is she?
I mean, kind of. I think she's so funny.
Because the only time I ever saw X Mile on anything, she was in the movie The Blackening. You ever heard about that movie? That horror movie that came out, that horror comedy that came out like 2 years ago.
Not off my head now.
If you haven't, watch it. It's hilarious. She's so fucking funny in that movie.
Okay, sure.
But
yeah. Okay.
I was happy that she again utilized more of her comedic chops. And she was so funny in the show. Like again, like you said, she was just so done with Trevor, with Simon, until it ended up actually paying off. I
loved it.
But I thought she was great. Agent P. Cleary, he was funny. He was cool. Again, he was the one that's on Trevor's ass the whole time, making sure that he was doing what he wanted to do, and he kind of like showcased like the bureaucracy of the Department of Damage Control, because he was only really going after Trevor because he needed to make do. He needed to prove to his boss that the damage control was worth something, because all they cared about was the budget, because only half the prison was empty, was filled.
Yeah, right.
So is that like prison? Is that like civilian to prison pipeline bureaucracy that they like demonstrated here, which I thought was great, because he felt that getting Simon was a win that he needed personally. He did not care about finding justice or protecting people off the street. That's all he cared about, was appeasing to his boss, so that he could continue doing the job he wants to do. So I thought that was great.
Yeah,
I thought that was a cool angle. And Von Kovac, I thought he was funny too. I thought he was a little kooky director. I don't really know which director I would describe him as in real life. I don't know if Scorsese. I don't know if Scorsese is this wacky.
It's interesting that his name is Kovac. He had nothing to do with the Marvel character.
I thought that's what they were doing at first. He's related to Michael Kovac or something. Like, this is Michael Kovac's father or whatever the fuck.
Or something. But no, it's just. It must be a coincidence. It must just be a coincidence.
I think it's a coincidence.
Yeah.
I don't think it's connected to that character at all.
No, clearly not.
I thought he was fun. This actor, last thing he was in, which was pretty recently, he was in Superman. I don't know if you remember him.
He sure was in Superman.
He was great. He was funny in that too.
He was. Dude, I love that movie. I love that movie so much. David Carson. Oh my god. I love that movie.
I wish you were on the review for that, because we were glazing that movie.
I bet. It's so good.
But I thought he did a great job here. I love the audition scene that they have at his house. Like a weird audition scene.
Yes.
But I think that like he's funny, but he's also like very earnest, especially like when like Simon like boshes that callback audition at first, and he's like, I was disappointed in you. And then when he redeemed himself, he was like, I can see no one else in the role. Like he gave a very portrayal of like a very eccentric like director, and I thought that was really good. So real quick, Travis again saying he's like, he goes from pretending to be a villain to playing dead while heroes risk their lives around him, to being himself, seeing a hero be born, wanting to actually do something, not pretending to. He's talking about Trevor. Trevor. Yes, very very good point. And And yeah. So any other characters that I'm missing? Oh, I forgot to mention. I know I mentioned the episode 3 with Simon's family. Simon's brother, Eric. I thought he was. I thought the actor did a good job playing that character, being just the dickhead disappointed, the dickhead brother disappointed him. Is it kind of funny that like I was kind of hoping that they would like do this, but like I knew they wouldn't, because people that don't know, Eric's brother is actually a character is a legit. Simon's brother Eric is a legit character in the comics. He's the character Grim Reaper in the comics.
Yeah, he sure is.
So like I thought they were gonna at least like nod to that. Maybe a post-credit scene where it's like, oh no, he doesn't actually work for an insurance company. He's literally a fucking like psychopathic villain with a fucking like. I was hoping like he had a fake hand and they put like
a hand scythe, a big old stupid hand scythe. Yeah.
Oh man, so dumb. But like, I was just happy that, like
Grover silly.
Yeah, I was just happy to see that like he was just the brother. So I like that, and also shout out to the actress played the mom as well. That she did a good job. But yeah, so that's it when it comes to characters. But yeah, so just to move on. So and
Travis is back again, but he's right. I forgot about
because we're about to talk about that.
Okay, I forgot about him entirely. But that was a whole episode to go.
That's why I was gonna segue, but Maddie. So I was struggling to like figure out. I was like, maybe we should talk about like favorite moments, stuff like that, the favorite episodes. We kind of did with the characters, but yeah, we gotta talk about like my favorite episode in the show, which is the Doorman episode.
Yeah.
We got a Doorman we got a Doorman episode, man.
Yeah, we sure did.
Girl, we did. So like,
yeah, we did, and then Doorman 8,
Josh Gad.
Yeah.
So the Doorman episode, which I thought was fantastic. I didn't expect that, because like when they referenced like the whole Doorman clause, I wasn't thinking about the character Doorman. I thought it was just like a name for something, But no, like they actually did the character Doorman, who was shout out to West Coast Avengers fame, but Doorman, man, like
yeah, that's so funny.
Because Doorman as a character is really taken that seriously, because his powers kind of suck.
Yeah, right. He's silly. He's a super silly Z-list Marvel character.
Yeah, and it's. I thought it was. Well, they kind of like expanded on his powers a little bit more in this version. But I love this episode. This episode actually really felt a lot. I saw a lot of people making comparisons like this, but they were comparing this episode to like an episode like out of like Atlanta, like
sure.
So in terms of like in terms of like that Atlanta type of vibe, I thought this was a lot of fun. Shout out to the actor Byron Bowers. He plays Damar, aka Doorman in this. He wasn't the best actor, but it worked for the subject matter. I thought this episode was a lot of fun, explaining like why Simon has to keep his powers a secret because of the Doorman clause, because of what happened with Doorman. The whole thing with Josh Gad, how Josh Gad went inside him and he like never seen again.
Doorman ate Josh Gad in the MCU. Doorman ate Josh Gad.
I know, and I like Josh Gad, how Josh Gad probably portrayed himself as like this dickhead actor who like pretty much takes advantage of people.
Yeah, that's so funny. That's so
hilarious. And yeah, I thought it was great. The fact that I was, my jaw dropped, Maddie, when they reveal when like Doorman's doing the movies, when he showed up in his actual fucking mask. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, they're doing it. Yeah, so I thought the Doorman episode was great. Also, just wanted to connect the dots right quick. Loved how they actually incorporated like the real, like comic accurate, like where his powers come from, because Roxxon was teased. Roxxon was teased as a way of how because he got his powers through like this. He was throwing the trash because he worked at a nightclub. He was throwing the trash. The trash can had a Roxxon logo on it, and it was leaking like this black sludge, which he touched, which caused him to go into the Dark Force, because that's actually how Darkman's powers work in the comics. He actually has a connection to the Dark Force. Yeah.
Is it like Cloak?
Like Cloak, it's a smaller scale of Cloak, pretty much, because Cloak is like he's like the lead. He's like the most like well-known character that utilizes the Dark Force in Marvel comics. But like the Shroud uses the Dark Force, Blackout uses the Dark Force. So for me personally, when I saw Roxxon and saw that like, oh shit, he's like accessing the Dark Force, I was like, yes, like please, like bring Cloak back,
Cloak and Dagger back. Bring Cloak and Dagger back. Let's do it.
Once again, like I love that show. I thought that show was great. I thought the show was very underrated.
I know you do. I never watched it, but I know you liked it.
You should. It was great. And
maybe I will.
And it's nice it's nice to like they could bring them back, because Cloak and Dagger and the Runaways are part of the whole Marvel Netflix universe. Like one of the main characters that was in Cloak, she was referenced to be a part of the NYPD in Harlem, and she referenced Misty Knight, and Luke Cage is referenced. So like they could bring them back, because Daredevil Born Again, Jessica Jones is coming back in season 2. I think low-key, Maddie, I think all the characters are coming back. They're just lying to us.
You think so?
I would not be surprised.
I want Luke Cage back. Yeah. What's his name? Mike Coulter?
Mike Coulter's lying. He says he's not doing it, but recently he came out and said that like he wouldn't be because I remember for a while he was saying, I like that part of my life is over, I'm moving on, and he's been like successful and other stuff. But he was part of that show Evil, that was like, which I think is like a good show. And he recently said that like I could maybe consider coming back. So
I would love that. I'd love to see him back.
So yeah, I'd love to see Luke Cage back, even Iron Fist. I think Finn Jones. I don't know. I think I'm not gonna go into it, but I want all of them to come back, honestly. But but the fact that like like Cloak and Dagger are part of the Netflix universe, I would love for them to come back, proper. Yeah. So I thought the Doorman episode was great. And hold on, let's see. Travis again saying Josh Gad says that Radioactive by Imagine Dragons is the most important song of the last 3 years, which I appreciate. It also sets the episode from like 2015, 2016. Yeah, I caught that on. I caught that on as well. That's where the episode kind of takes place. And yeah, I like the black and white aesthetic, because the Doorman character wears black and white. And I love how like the episode ends with like cut to the present where Simon is doing an audition, finds about the Dormant clause, and he's like shit, just walks on set because he's like, yeah, my career's over, which gives us more backstory on why he has to keep his powers secret. So I thought the whole episode as a whole worked very well. I mean, I don't know if it was needed for the whole series, but like I was happy we got it.
I agree with both those things. I don't think it was needed, but I'm glad it was there. Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever see Doorman again in the future of the MCU?
No.
I
don't think we're going to see Doorman again. I don't think we're ever going to see Josh Gad again.
I would love if they carried it over, like years down the line, Josh Gad just like comes out of Doorman. Yeah. Or they go into the Dark Force and he's just there. That'd be amazing. Kind of like Invincible, like with like Darkwing and Invincible,
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
That'd be really funny. Yeah, but no, I don't think we see Doorman again. No.
Okay, well, we'll see.
I'd love to, but I don't think we will.
Fair enough. But all right. So last slide that I got over here. So we'll talk about the finale episode. I thought the finale was great. Let's start it off. I love how he ends up making the movie Wonder Man. I love how that Joe Pantoliano gets replaces Trevor's role as Buzz Barnaby at the end. Oh, that was funny.
It's really funny.
But
it's really funny. Yeah.
But what did you think of how the episode played out of him, like, doing this, research for a role and getting the reveal of what it actually was? What do you think? What do you think of that part of the episode?
It was really good. It was really fun. It was really touching. Predictable.
You thought it was predictable? Okay.
I thought it was predictable, but like that doesn't mean it was bad. Like I thought it was really fun. I thought it was really fun to watch it play out. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really touching. I loved that he went back. I loved that he went back for him because he didn't have to do that. And arguably he shouldn't have done it. But he couldn't leave his friend. He couldn't leave his bro. So went back for him. And I really loved that. I thought it was really sweet.
Mm-hmm. There's another comment. Rebecca saying, "We do not have time for a Doorman bit in Doomsday. I think we have time to do a Doorman bit in Secret Wars. I think we have for Secret Wars. I think so. Not Doomsday. Secret Wars definitely.
No, we have time for Doorman in both movies. Doorman is the new main character of the MCU.
Yeah.
Doorman is actually Doorman is going to come back, and now he's played by Robert Downey Jr.
Oh God, that'd be. I don't know if I'd like that or not. But yeah, I agree. I thought the finale was great. I do like the fact that he's doing a little research for a role. I was convinced too. I was like, where's this gonna go? This day was predictable. I got too lost in it to the point where I was like,
oh sure.
Support like I'm just slow, Maddie. But I was like, oh wow, yeah, he's doing research. But I didn't like the fact that his mark was how he was with the dude every day, with the employee, saw his story, ended up giving him some money to pay his bills because Simon, even though he's been a dick, he's grown, but he's he's learned to think he's learned to think less of he's learned to think more of other people than just care about himself, which is his arc throughout the course of the show.
It is.
But when we got the reveal the guy works for damage control, I was like,
it's so funny. It's so
funny. And I like the fact that he broke Trevor out, and it was kind of, I saw another YouTuber making this point at this finale where it's like Trevor became the Mandarin and sacrificed his dreams to protect Simon, right? So I like the fact that Simon did the same thing where Simon kind of in a way became Wonder Man in order to protect, in order to save Trevor, to rescue his friend because of their that they've gone through together. I thought that was a very touching ending. Love the fact that they could do that nod where I remember in episode I think 5 where they try to go after the guy on the with the camera that records Simon's powers. Remember Trevor saying, "Oh, are you going to use a super speed? Can you fly?" And he said, "No, use my car, Trevor." I like how they actually get it off of them actually flying out of the facility.
Yeah.
So that was great. But you touched on this earlier, where it's like we don't really know where Simon's powers come from in this. They don't give I was expecting an explanation, but they don't really go into, which is fine. I think I kind of like them, having his powers be a little bit ambiguous.
I agree. I prefer.
So where do you think? I know you said it, but where do you think he actually got his powers? Where do they stem from? Well, you're good.
Right. I think so.
Yeah. All right.
Where do I think his powers came from?
Yeah.
I think he's a mutant.
You think he's a mutant?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like that'd be like.
You think he's Roxanne's?
Maybe Roxanne, because I think it's I have a brief remnant of the character. I don't remember how they did it in the comics. I remember how they did it in the Avengers Earth of Mightiest Heroes cartoon where he was it was a Hydra experiment, but I don't.
Yes, that's it. He was a. Well, I don't know if it was Hydra specifically, but he was a Baron Zemo experiment.
Okay.
He's from Avengers number 9. he's like a Lee. He's an early Avengers Stan Lee.
Yeah.
And
Kirby? I think it was Kirby. Yeah.
Would it have still been? I'm not sure. It was still Kirby. I don't remember. I don't remember who the artist was. But regardless, he was a Baron Zemo experiment.
Okay. Well, I don't know if they'll do that obviously in this, but
I don't think so.
I think like what you kind of touched on a little bit just now. I think it would be interesting. Like maybe it was Roxxon. Like maybe Roxxon experimented on him as a child. Maybe wiped his memory, something like that. Because Roxxon, in the comics and also in some of the adaptations we've gotten, like in the MCU and especially in like Marvel Netflix, like especially with like Cloak and Dagger, like Roxxon kind of has a hand in like just making superpowered people, either by accident or on purpose, like in Marvel comics. So I wouldn't be surprised if like Marvel wants to maybe try to address that maybe Roxxon has a hand in maybe also enhancing people. Even in Agents of Shield, they've done it before with Roxxon doing stuff. So that could work, but also like maybe making him a mutant. That's fine. I don't know how you'd feel about him being like a part of like X-Men adjacent stuff, because I remember like Miss Marvel also has that push as well right now in the comics and in the MCU. So what?
I don't want Simon with my X-Men. Get him out of here.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So they can just say he's a mutant, just mutant.
He can be a mutant, but he can be a mutant over there. He can be a mutant with his Avenger friends and Beast.
Yeah, true. Are you fine with Kamala being a mutant? Sorry.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't read the book, so I don't. But like, I doubt. I don't know. Whatever. She might be fun with the X-Men. Doesn't she hang out with the X-Men now?
She's a part of the X. She's an X-Men adjacent character now in the comics.
I don't know how to feel about it. Ms. Marvel has always been X-Men adjacent. Like Carol Danvers is very X-Men connected.
Yeah.
And so like I think it's fine. And I think she was supposed to be a mutant to begin with anyway.
Okay.
So like I don't know.
Yeah. I think in the MCU it's fine. Like I think that's fine. They're not touching the Inhumans anyway. They're not bringing them shits back. So, but yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents. But look, the finale was great. And it's kind of just to close it off. It's kind of funny that like Wonder Man and I guess the Mandarin are gonna be like a duo now. You know? Yeah,
I guess so. I love it.
I don't know I don't know where they're gonna go from here. You know. I don't know where they're gonna go.
I have no idea.
Yeah, so you're right.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just hit my funny mouth.
That's funny. But yeah. Travis saying in the comments saying, to the public, the Mandarin is a real loose threat, and so is Simon Williams. Just like with the Sentry, I think Sam Wilson will feel the pressure of these extremely dangerous heroes operating independently. Oh yeah, that's a great point. You know, because because Sam Wilson in the MCU right now is kind of like the spearhead in terms of the superhero community right now. So
it seems like it.
Something with like the Thunderbolts. I don't know if you saw the Thunderbolts, but
I did.
But like the Sentry, being also kind of being the same vein in terms of like power level as Simon, and stuff like that. Yeah, it's gonna maybe ruffle some feathers with the superhero community just having Simon and the Mandarin be a duo together.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say. I don't know when we'll see these characters again. I hope we see them in Doomsday or I hope we see them in Secret Wars at least. They won't be in Doom.
I hope we see them again someday. I'm still waiting to see Man-Thing again. So
yeah,
I want to see my boy Man-Thing again. I want to see Teddy. I want to see him in everything. Honestly,
yeah.
Where is he? Where has he been?
I think it's because this show, as well as like Born Again and Ironheart, they're part of like the Bob Iger, approach to Marvel right now, where so which they're a part of the quality versus quantity initiative. So that's why I believe they're more Like they've been more successful. So, but again, like Marvel right now has been a mess because of what it's gone through the past like 2 phases. So, yeah, I don't know when we'll see a lot of these characters, again, So
yeah, right. I agree. I super agree.
So yeah, so Maddie, we'll just finish it off real quick here. So give me your final thoughts and your final score. What would you give Wonder Man out of 10? Final
thoughts. It's a good show. It's worth watching. It's not super long. It's 8 episodes and they're like 30 or 40 minutes. So it's if you want a show to watch that's that long, this is a good one to watch that's that long. I would give it probably an 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
8 out of 10 feels good. Maybe.
Yeah, 8 out of 10 is fine. For me,
it was a good show. I liked it.
Yeah, for me, pretty much the same vein. I really love this show. Again, if you want something different, again, something that's not typical, like superhero roller coaster fest we've been getting in the past like couple years. Something more grounded, something more down to earth. Wonder Man is for you. If you're expecting just nonstop action and just like roller coaster vomit, you're not gonna like the show. It's just not for you. Love the performances. Again, love seeing Yahya do his thing. Love seeing Sir Ben do his thing. And I really want to see these characters again. And I don't know when we will, but for me, I'll give this an 8.5. 8.5, maybe a 9. It's really good. Like it show's really good. I'll say 8.5 just to keep it on the same side. I generally think out of like the Disney Plus shows, I think this might be number 1, maybe number 2.
It's up there. It's up there.
It's definitely top 5.
It's really good.
That's pretty much it. I got nothing else really to say. Real quick, before we close it out, I just wanted to give a little bit of a shout out and just spotlight real quick on something. This over the week, I saw a little movie with a coworker of mine over the weekend. A little movie called
Melania.
What? Oh, no.
Did you go see Melania with your coworker?
No, I did not.
Is that what you said?
No.
Go see Melania this weekend?
No, I did not.
Did you like it? I think you're the only person who saw it.
You're starting shit right now. No, we're
not
doing. Did
your coworker take you, or did you take them?
No. I did not.
I'm not judging you. I'm judging you a little bit.
Maddie, stop.
Sorry, go ahead.
I did not see that I did not see that piece of shit. That piece of propaganda. No, Oh, wait, hold on, real quick before I even say what I watched. Travis Mitchell said I could see them going a route where Baron Zemo offers to work with damage control or the government as his fears of now being realized. Perhaps even works his way to up into power. That'd be cool if we get like a Baron Zemo comeback. I wouldn't mind that because I'd
like to see more of him.
I didn't like how they kind of treated him in Falcon Winter Soldier. That was kind of a waste.
I thought he was good in that show.
I thought he was good, but I didn't know how they ended his character arc.
Oh, sure. Okay. Sure.
So I saw a little movie that's been doing well in the box, and that's not Melania because Melania flopped hard. But I saw a little movie called Iron Lung over the weekend by Markiplier.
You did?
I did. Yeah. It was in my theater. Okay. It was in my.
How do you like it?
Theater. I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. Thing is, like, and I say this to be fair, not a perfect movie by a long shot, but I was very impressed. It was very impressive. From a YouTuber, I'll say that.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
Like, because it's a very ambitious project. He self-financed this movie himself. The movie cost $3 million to make. He self-financed it. He didn't really need to really do marketing. He just used his audience. He used his channel to do marketing for it. And told his fan base to his subscribers to promote to try to get to ask for this movie, in their local theaters, and it spread everywhere to the point where it got it in in like a bunch of theaters nationwide in the United States and also across the country, across the country and around the world. And it's doing great, man. It made 21 million overall. So because he doesn't have a distributor, he keeps half of the money. So it's so in terms of box office, in terms of its budget, it's doing great so far. The movie is good. I highly recommend it. It's because he writes, he directs, he acts in it, he edits it himself. And also he has a small team as well who worked the movie with him. You got like Troy Baker and Laura and some other people to like do some voice work as well for the movie. It's good. It's really good, and it got me really excited to see what Mark is gonna be doing in the future in terms of film, in terms of filmmaking, because he proved with this movie that he has talent. Like he has talent for storytelling. He's actually a pretty like solid actor too. And yeah, if you haven't watched it already, I highly recommend it. I know it's gonna be it's gonna be available for another week as well, so which is great. So I recommend you watch Iron Lung. Maddie, do you know about this movie at all? Were you interested in seeing this movie?
I'm not interested in it. It's not my type of movie, but I'm excited that it exists, and I'm excited for people who like Markiplier and are excited for this movie.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about it off camera, but like he's actually getting a lot of Hollywood like execs scared due to how successful this movie is.
Oh, that's good.
Which is weird. And he's scaring the executives, but he's also inspiring the independent filmmakers. So I think it's not a perfect movie at all. It's not, but like it is. It's I'm happy it exists. So yeah,
me too.
But yeah, all right. So we'll just close it off real quick. So thanks for everybody who are watching this or will watch this. We appreciate it. Please, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, leave a comment if you've watched Wonder Man, and hit the notification bell so you know when we drop new content. I will read Travis' thing real quick because we don't want to leave any comments unturned. But he said instead of seeing Melania, I watched Little Monsters from 1989, where Howie Mandel takes a piss in a kid's apple juice from being a bully. Much more essential than that other movie. I would rather watch that shit than watch Melania by far. So, but yeah. But yeah, just wanted to just say real quick that why The Last Man? Because we've been doing that for a little while. Well, we were doing that as one of our one and dones, and it'll come back. I'm prepping for a convention right now, so I've not been posting as much as I would like. But okay, we'll get over the run. Please check out our other After Darks that we've done. Check out our reactions that we've done. Check out Why the Last Man. Check out Deadly Class. Check out Transformers. Reactions, the interviews. We really appreciate all the love that we've gotten. We're at 344 subscribers now. So the moment we reach 500, Maddie, we've peaked, right? We've peaked. So.
Oh, I'm proud of you, Mikey. You keep going at it. I'm proud of you guys.
You. Maddie, thank you again for your humble return. You were missed, but and it was fun. I always love having you back here.
It's been fun.
Travis, you have a great night. Appreciate you.
Next time.
And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll catch y'all on the next one. All right. Peace. Bye-bye.